I'm going to go back and talk about the actually, no, that's not true. We'll go ahead and start at number 1. All right. So we've been doing point slope form for a minute. Plain old generic point slope form. Write it across the top of your dang paper if you haven't already, because I saw some of you guys already have. So remember, it's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So if you don't have it written at the top of your paper, please get it there. Please get it there. Okay, yes, ma'am. All right, so if I'm looking at, now, I feel like it's helpful, especially for us visual learners, just like I said in the warm-up. Go ahead and label your coordinates so we know x comes first in the alphabet, y comes second in the alphabet, so that's going to be your x1 and your y1. And my slope, we use the letter m. So I'll start, so y minus, I'm going to replace the y1. What number am I getting ready to put in there instead of y1? 3. Yeah, y'all are so great. Because that is my y1. Equals is just part of the equation, so just write it equals. Instead of the letter m, what number am I getting ready to write? Negative 1/2. That's slope. Hey, you're on the right, your head's in the right place, dude, because we are getting ready to do that. And instead of x minus x1, x1 is 2. So this part, y'all, this is kind of old news at this point. We've been doing this for a minute. So the first couple problems, actually, I want to go ahead and do number 2 also, since there's a negative number in there. So just knowing your plain old generic point slope form, and then we're going to substitute the numbers in there. So I'm going to shush for a minute, give you guys a chance to do number 2. So do what I just did for number 1. You do it with number 2, please and thank you. And we're going to fix it in 1 second if we need to. Remember, if you get it wrong, it's okay. You are going to learn from that mistake. Your brain literally forms a connection. You get synapses that fire anytime you screw up, as long as you recognize why you screwed up. All right, most of y'all are killing it. OMG. All right. Oh, right here. All right. So x1, y1, and m. Okay. So instead of y minus y1, we should have written the number. What number am I putting in for y? Oh, wrong color. Okay, so that 4. Yes, ma'am. Everybody has a Chromebook, right, that needs one? Is there anybody that, okay. Okay, equals. Instead of the letter M, what number am I getting ready to write? 4. And instead of x minus, I wrote x minus 1 instead of x minus x1. Oops. Oopsie-daisy. So instead of x minus x1, what number am I going to replace for x1? Negative 1. And then because we're doing x minus negative 1, we're going to change that into a plus, okay? So it should, what an excellent question. So don't do this. It won't be plus a negative 1. I love that you asked that. Thank you so much. It's just going to be, because then you still got a negative in there, right? Those two negatives canceled each other out, so it's just going to be a plain old plus 1. Excellent question, and thank you for clarifying. The two negatives that we had in there to start, those are both gone because they canceled each other out to become a plus. Excellent question. So numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6, straight up, just write it down, okay? Yes, ma'am. Okay, give me one. Bless you. All right, now you guys are going to see, well, if you're in my classroom, those of you guys that are in the other classroom, some other kids are watching this video too, but you've got a class kick. The class kick doesn't actually start with the answers until number 7, because this part, y'all are pretty much killing the 1 through 6. Like, you guys know what you're doing. I'll get you in 1 second, ma'am. But let's talk about this number 7 through 12, because this one is a little bit of a challenge. And what makes it challenging is the fact that, remember, point slope form is kind of backwards. You got to think like backwards. And that's why I gave you a class kick to check and make sure that you're doing it correctly as you're doing it. So the first thing it asked me for is the slope for each equation. So remember how point slope form works, right? We've got y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So what letter is being represented by the slope? What letter do we use? Don't tell me a number. What letter is the slope? That m, right? Has been, always will be. So if you've got the class kick open, you'll see there's like the word slope right to the side, and there's a little answer box for you. So what number, friends, are we getting ready to type into that answer box to make sure that it's correct? What's the slope there? Now I'm asking for a number. What number is my slope? Thank you. 2/3. Oh, that was kind of ugly, though. That's hard to read. So on your class kit, guys, you'll just type 2/3. And it should go ding, ding, ding. It should turn like a little green color so that you know that you did that correctly. So the slope isn't too bad. The part that's challenging is the point, and that's what I want to spend the most time talking about here. Because you'll also see on the class kick, it asks you for what's the point that is in that equation. So now we're doing the opposite of what you were doing. Instead of giving you the point and asking you to write the equation, you need to look at the equation and figure out, if you were to graph it, what's the point that's embedded inside of that line? And this is where it's confusing because it's backwards as heck, okay? First of all, whenever you do a coordinate, which one typically comes first, the x-coordinate or the y-coordinate? The x-coordinate. Your x1 comes first, your y1 comes second in a coordinate. But that's not the way it works in the equation, is it? The x is actually down at the very end of the equation. Now, the good news is, if you're a visual person like me, at least it's sitting next to the x in the equation. So that can help you to figure out. So it's not the 2 that we're looking at to get the x-coordinate. It's actually the -4, right? Here's what else is confusing about point slope, because remember, the point slope has subtraction in it. So the x-coordinate isn't actually a -4. Notice I wrote that in red because it's wrong. That x-coordinate is not actually a -4. That minus that was in front of the 4 in the equation, that's the subtraction that goes in the formula. So that 4, that coordinate, was not a -4. That coordinate is a +4. Exactly. The reason it's got a minus in front of it. So you don't even need to, so for the coordinate, what you should type in there is a 4, not a -4, because the minus came from the actual formula itself, not from the coordinate. So by the same token, exactly the same idea, y1, first of all, the y, we're not going to focus on the 4 anymore. We're going to focus on the 2. And it's a -2, exactly. Because the reason there was a +2, excuse me, I just got choked up there. The reason it was a +2 in the equation is because you said y minus -2, which turned it into a plus. But the actual coordinate is a -2. So you gotta think backwards. So if you typed that into your class kit correctly, parentheses, 4, -2, you should see that it should turn green. So for numbers 7, 8 through 12, you're just identifying the point and the slope, and it's giving that to you. So I'm going to shut up for a minute.
Wait, did you do number 5?
I did not do number 5.
Okay, because it's number 5.
Okay, so I'm going to shut up for a second, ask you guys to do number 8. So what's the slope? What's the point that's embedded inside of there? Going to give you a minute to do that. At life, guys. Hey, I forgot. You haven't, number 5 and number 6. I meant to tell you to mark number 5 and number 6 out all together. Yeah, we haven't learned how to, well, you kind of might be able to figure it out, but I haven't actually taught you how to do one of those yet. That's my bad. I forgot those two were on there. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, King Louie. My bad. Number 8. First of all, what number is my slope? What number? Where's the slope, people? All right, so that slope is going to be right there. Slope is going to be 1/2. And then the point, remember, think backwards, okay? Your x is going to come first. Your y is second in the coordinate, but that's not how it works in the equation. It's actually going to be this number 3 for your x. And because it was a -3 in the equation, you know the point was originally a +3. And then actually, same thing for the y-coordinate, isn't it? The y-coordinate is a -3, which means it should be a +3 as well. So if you type it in just like that into your class kick, you should see that that's correct. On the back page, all right, you're going to start off doing exactly the same thing where you identify the point and the slope. And then after that, we're going to need to graph it. So I'm going to shush for a minute. Everybody flip over to the back page real quick, because I know I'm kind of want to give you guys an example of each one you're going to run into. Actually, I'm going to give you time just to work on the first page, and then we'll come back to this back page. Sorry, I was trying to do too much. Well, I got some speedy people that are done with the front page already. So, all right, we got some people that are ready for part 2. Okay, so number 13. Now I'm asking you to graph it, but you need the point. So you know in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. You just know where you would start on the y-axis. Point slope doesn't work that way, though. You're going to start from that point. So what is the point? That x-coordinate, because it's a +1, it's going to be a -1. The y-coordinate, because it was a +2, is going to be a -2. So in slope-intercept form, you always start from the y-intercept. In point slope, your first dot is going to be that point. So -1, -2 is over to the left. So I'm going to zoom in here, actually. So -1, -2 is to the left 1. There's my center point. We can see that's where the origin is, right? So -1, 2. So your first coordinate is going to be right here at -1, -2. So that's the hardest part, is identifying where you're going to start. Instead of starting on the y-axis like you do for slope-intercept, you're going to start at that point. So -1, -2. Then we use the slope the same way you've been using the slope, for months, since December. The slope is 1/3, right? It would help if I wrote down the right number. So you want to go up 3, or up, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? You want to go up 1 and over 3. So you'll go up 1, over 3. So your next coordinate will be right there. How many coordinates do we need, guys, to make sure we got it done right? 3, yep. So you'll go up 1 and over 3 again. And that'll get you to your third coordinate. Please use a ruler. That was a horrible line on my part. That's all right. And make sure you add arrows to the end. Okay, so now I'm going to shut up. Give you time to do that. But I'm happy to answer questions if you need it.